There's a man being executed right now in public view. And guilty or innocent, his choices led him to this moment in his life. And you could face similar pain if you make terrible decisions. That's why I'm about to show you how to make sure that that never happens to you. I am Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and I show people how to make better relationship decisions. Shout out to all my members who support me here on this channel. I appreciate you, and I could not do this work without you. And thank you, new viewers who are joining me. I am glad you're here. This is going to be a difficult topic, but let's get through it together. Russell Brand. Russell Brand is in the news right now for all the wrong reasons, and he's a cautionary tale for what not to do in the modern world if you don't want to get attacked and have your reputation ruined. Now, is he guilty? Is he innocent? It doesn't matter. And it won't matter if you get accused either. Now, as Russell is learning now, the crazy playboy life with drugs and partying and all kinds of questionable decisions, it has gigantic, huge costs that you may end up paying, and you don't want to pay them. So I will show you how to make smart decisions that protect your reputation and honor your future self. That's what this video is about. So let's dive in and understand what happened to Mr. Brand to put him in the headlines this way and how you're going to make sure that you won't be next. So really quick, for everybody who might be new to the circumstance, what is going on with Russell Brand and why is he being torn apart? So first of all, he has been really open with the world about his rough past. He was a poster child for attachment issues. Attachment is the way we connect to other people to give and receive love, to get our needs met, to be transparent, to be honest and have empathy and care with other people, but also to make secure relationships that fulfill us within the relationship. Now, his past party life is well documented, right? He was a massive playboy, extreme levels of drugs, sex. He's been on movies and basically seems to just play himself on those films, right? Have you seen Get Him to the Greek? Have you seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall? He's really playing his past self in those videos, and he does an amazing job, but consider that that is who he's really been. He has made some terrible decisions in his sex life, especially. And the message he's teaching now is learn from my mistakes. Don't be like me. He's leading the image of a reformed man who is now wiser in his later years. I think that's why he doesn't dye his beard. He lets it go naturally, salt and pepper, because he is now a wiser man saying, do better than I did. Now, this is an evolving situation that we're about to dive into, so it's based on my research so far. We're going to find out more, certainly, as things come. Things that we need to know about the case. There's been multiple allegations against Mr. Brand. One woman, for example, claims that she was assaulted in his home. She says she went to an assault clinic later that day, and this seems to be confirmed by medical reports. A different woman says that when she was 16 and he was 30, he assaulted her. And he also had sort of an ongoing relationship with her where she says he groomed her. He also called her names during the relationship, called her that kid, you kid. Another woman and former coworker says that he assaulted her and then got angry when she fought him off of her. A fourth woman says that he assaulted her over in the UK and physically abused her. And a fifth woman now says that he stalked and harassed her. Now, Brand, of course, denies all of these charges. He took to Twitter, now called X, to post a lengthy video about how everything is completely false and everything has been consensual. And records show, interestingly, that he may have also filed some harassment charges against that fifth woman who claimed he was stalking her. He says she was stalking him. His recent comedy tour, though, has now been postponed because this has blown up into a giant media frenzy and people are pulling away from him. Now, complicating this is the fact that Brand speaks out avidly against a lot of establishment and mainstream ideas and policies. So his followers are claiming that there's huge support from them, and saying that this is a public lynching of their hero because he claims those fake charges to bring him down and are silencing opposition to global power structures. For example, he pushes back against growing bank control over individuals. He opposes media censorship. He opposed the COVID-19 vaccines. He has big opposition to those pieces and says this is a takedown, and his supporters really back that up. Now, for me, I have no judgment either way right now on Brand. I believe innocent until proven guilty. It's the law here in America, at least. But he's a cautionary tale for you right now that you need to understand. Brand is a perfect poster boy for what terrible attachment looks like in life. And he was reformed too late before he could get out from under whatever this was, whether he did these things or was around people and created suspicion that he could have done these things. So this can be the cost of your Playboy choices also, even if you're completely innocent. So if you are watching this and you do not want to end up like Brand, here's the attachment specialist's view on how this happened and how you're going to make better choices in your life to avoid his nightmare. Now, number one, you guys, I'm aware that there is a tremendous number of dating advice on the internet that is absolutely terrible. Some will push men to engage in relationships and keep pushing unless she explicitly says no, to push through her objections, to push through stiffness, to just keep going, right? I teach about against red pill all the time for this very specific reason, is because sometimes women don't say no, but they mean no. Some dating advice pushes you to make that conquest as fast as possible and then ghost her immediately so she can't use anything against you. Women may secretly not consent. They may withdraw it later. Now, is this sexual assault? If the man doesn't know, right? There's times where the man thinks everything is legit and she's secretly not consenting. And she gives all the outward appearances. She may even seem enthusiastic, but on the inside is fearful. Or later withdraws it and says, well, wait a minute, I didn't like that connection. There are some women who also do that, who do bad things and misuse the system, right? Is it always true that if a woman says it was, that it was? This is an argument we're having right now. I had a male client, for example, who came in and said that he had a sexual relationship with a woman years back. And then later, come to find out, a year later, he found out that she told a mutual friend that it wasn't consensual. He was stunned. He was shocked. He was horrified, not just about himself, but that he had accidentally hurt someone. He was blown away. He reached out to her and said, was this me? If this was, I am so sorry. How can I fix this? And then she wouldn't talk to him about it. She just left it alone. He had no idea. He was so freaked out. But then she went on and shared more details that were very, very much from that evening. She even went on to start calling him her attacker in videos. He was devastated that this could be happening. And I'll tell you the truth, multiple male clients have come to me with this story. So it is very possible that this can be happening. And who knows from their perspective if maybe the women really do believe it. Maybe they're misusing it. We don't know. But let me tell you this, and think about this part, you guys. You don't even enjoy the sex that you're having. Most guys are just chasing one dopamine binge after another when they're having these bad sexual experiences, all these casual hookups, all this Tinder stuff, all the things you guys are doing. It can become your Achilles heel in the future. It's not even just sex, bad relationships and bad attachment. Not connecting authentically, not connecting fully, not connecting to stable people. That can ruin you. I had a male client come in who broke up with a girlfriend badly. Everything was consensual. He tried as hard as he could be to be respectful, but he broke up. And there was a very specific experience that happened in there and something about her that she then went online and claimed he discriminated against her by breaking up with him. She used him all over social media to get clout. And again, this has actually happened to multiple clients that I've worked with, not just one. She discriminated in this case, what I'm thinking of, and said he was discriminating against her, and that's why he dumped her. Used his name, blew him up, made him unpopular. He lost his job, claimed that he discriminated against her by breaking up with her. Now, this is a TikTok trend. This is TikTok that can ruin your life this way. Twitter, now X, can ruin your life this way. Now, Russell Brand did a lot of these things in his youth. Drugs, sex, casual sex, maybe pushing the boundaries on people. Maybe, we don't know. He's admitted actually to pushing some sexual boundaries in the past. So is it a giant leap for people to believe he could also do this? For some people, they say they can easily believe it. There might be things you might be doing right now that could lead people to say, I could see him jumping over there. Maybe someone could make a false allegation against you and people might believe it. Or you might be tempted to do those things right now. I'm going to show you what to do instead from now on so that you are armored up against reputation destruction. Because those things that you might be doing or might be tempted into, they're going to lead you into this danger. So let's talk about what to do instead. All right, so if the Playboy lifestyle and hookups, bad relationships can wreck your life, here's what to do. Here's what you do instead that's going to fulfill you. You're going to conduct yourself as a man of character and integrity and discipline. This means no more games, you guys. No more ambiguity about what you want. No more tricking people with lines. No more trying to manipulate. No more trying to use hookup tactics. No coercion techniques, even emotional or mental coercion techniques. And no connecting with unstable women who might lie about you later. Better on your side, also better on their side. This is authentic masculinity. Authentic masculine energy and honorable character. Honorable character, by the way, through self-restraint and discipline. This protects you from yourself by doing stupid things or letting yourself get into bad situations or then making terrible decisions where you cross horrible lines. And it also protects you from other people's accusations. Now, again, I am not judging Russell Brand. I have no right to judge this man. I don't know if he's guilty or innocent. But this is where he fell short in previous years. And now the public is left to wonder, could he have done these things? Maybe. We wonder. So here's how you are going to not let people wonder. I'm going to show you how to build your armor from the inside out following these next couple of steps. So number one, a man of authentic masculinity, an ethical character. How does he act during that initial talking phase, right? And early dating. Well, he's very clear about what he wants. Very clear. He says, you know what? Here's the kind of relationship I'm looking for. What are you looking for? His dating profile even reflects this honesty. Right at the top, here's what I'm looking for. Don't reach out to me if you don't want that. Filter them out, you guys. Trust me. Be a little harder to get. This is what I want. Looking for a long-term committed relationship, maybe. Do not contact if you're not interested in that. Don't contact for casual fun. How refreshing would that be for a woman to read that, do you think? A lot. Talk about the character of the woman you're looking for. They'll start believing that this is actually what you embody, especially if you start living it and you start talking that way. Then you're very clear and direct about what you want. You get to know them. You be curious about them rather than trying to play games and throw lines. During the early dating phase, you continue to be honest about what you want right up front. Clear boundaries, what you're looking for, what you're not looking for. And you don't push them into things. You don't game them into things. You talk to them. You also learn how to talk to somebody. Instead of trying to make them interested and feel good, you talk with them. And you ask them questions and you interview them. You learn about them. Not in a mechanical kind of way or an interrogation, but learning and connecting with them. Once you ease into a relationship with them, you're still clear and understanding. You act honest. If you want something, you say so. If you don't want to be with them anymore, you tell them that. If you have different ideas of what a relationship should be, you make it clear instead of sneaking around. If you have challenges or difficulties or needs or expectations, you lay them on the table at the front of the relationship, at the beginning. You make it extremely clear. During a breakup, you are also extremely clear and respectful. You know what? This isn't going to work for this, and this reason. Thank you, but no thank you. Let's disconnect and let's make this happen. Sorry. You spare their time and their feelings, and you spare yourself. Sneaking around, not a good look. Trying to protect people's feelings and then lying through it, terrible. Trying to get your needs met secretly, not masculine. People start to wonder. A man of authentic masculinity reacts to unstable or insecure women in a very specific way also. He keeps her far away. He gets away from her. He doesn't say, I'm going to have sex tonight. He says, this is terrible. This is dangerous, especially in this modern world, you guys. Why on earth is any man connecting to an unstable or insecure woman today? Why? May as well just, I won't even say, but you may as well just destroy yourself at that point. Don't connect to unstable or insecure women. Do not engage in sex with them. Don't do what most men do. Well, at least she's good for sex. No. That's exactly the idea that got Russell Brand into this circumstance, if he's innocent. And we don't know. It's exactly the idea that will get you into that circumstance if you were innocent. Being truthful to what you want. being clear with other people about what you want, rejecting what you don't want, having discipline and not accepting temptations, pushing back and saying no thank you. This keeps you above reproach from others, and it protects your back from accusations by staying away from women who would first be driven by their own issues and then transformed by regret, which could then turn them into somebody who is hurt and misunderstood or misunderstands, and in extreme cases comes back and levels accusations against you. Honest accusations, fake accusations, it doesn't matter. Keep that in mind, men. It doesn't matter. Because if your actions create the opening for these accusations to seem true, then nobody's going to believe you. So if you do these things, is the risk at absolute zero? No. But it's extremely close. You can layer rules. I'm sorry I don't go home with strange women because I don't know you and I don't know what you're going to say tomorrow. You can be that clear and that blunt. I don't engage in those relationships unless I trust you. Women used to do this in the old days to protect themselves and their reputation. I think that it's time for men to start protecting their reputation. This also inspires attraction from healthy women and makes you more likely to pull a woman who will respect you, by the way. Healthy, stable men who are husband material don't go around sleeping with women, shrugging and saying, well, she's good for this. That's not how it works. Husband material is clear, direct, focused, not driven by temptations, not distracted by them. If you're distracted by temptations, you are not husband material. But if you engage in this with discipline, self-restraint, honorable character, directness in your communication, well, number one, you have a higher quality of life and you actually get what you want. Number two, there will be better women attracted to you and you'll have better pride in yourself and you will not be trapped like Russell Brand. So gentlemen out there, let me be exceedingly clear with you. Russell Brand is your warning. It is time to listen very carefully. Do not live in fear. That's not masculine, and that's not what I'm encouraging. Don't sit there and say every woman on earth is now a danger. Your authentic, healthy masculinity manifested through integrity, through adherence to your values, and your ability to understand and address the true needs of other human beings, in other words, secure attachment, is your shield against the threats of this world. And what's even more interesting with this approach, you'll gain masculine pride in yourself. Just think about how rare that is nowadays and how much it can add to your life. So if you want to be armored up and build a great life that you're proud of, rise into your masculine energy now, meaning your discipline and restraint and reputation protection, and avoid Russell's fate by journeying to a better fate down the road. And by the way, if you're looking for a loving partner, I think you probably are, this is how you inspire excellent devotion from a loving, healthy, stable woman who will stride forward with you in justice and honor together. Because there are great women out there, you guys, and they are looking for healthy men. They're waiting for you. So if you'd like a clear guide on exactly how to accomplish this, if you're feeling stuck and you're feeling afraid and you don't know how to be open with your needs and expectations because playing games is all you've ever known, if you have insecure attachment, in other words, you can fix this. I've built my attachment bootcamp video course exactly to fix this reason. It breaks it up into 3 key modules within that course. Building authenticity to self, building authenticity with others, and building authenticity in romance. It's packed with over 13 hours of material in there to guide you, and this is why I give the most difficult attachment clients this course to help turn their life around fast. Now, I am Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist, and I am going to see you in the next video about how men of authentic masculinity can and should act in a marriage once they lock down a great partner. That video is called 3 Secrets I Keep from My Wife. I'm going to see you there.